there, everybody. It's Dawn Michelle Hardy, the literary lobbyist, and this is the debut of Book Banter TV. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited for my guest today. Over the past 3 years, more Black women authors have been bringing their books to the screen. And while they've been doing it traditionally, they've also been getting it done in very unconventional and independent ways. Today, my guests are author, best-selling author, and now executive producer Miasha, and author and now script writer Tiffany L. Warren. Miasha, my first guest, burst on the urban fiction scene in 2006 with her debut novel, Secret Society, a story about two women with a big secret hustling men for money. Miasha garnered national success with features in Essence, Elle, BET, as well as the Wendy Williams Experience. 15 years after breaking into the industry as one to watch, this Philadelphia native is now the executive producer of the screen adaptation of her first novel. Book lovers, meet my dear friend and one of my first PR clients, Miasha.
Hi, Dawn.
Hey, sweetie.
To you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, right? We're doing this screen thing now, huh?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, you look so good. So before we get into it, I've seen Secret Society. I've watched it 4 times already. So now we are going to show a trailer for those who have not had a chance to take a peek.
Atlanta was one of those cities that people could come to and completely reinvent themselves. A society of people with ugly pasts and hopes for prettier futures. I happen to be a part of that society, but we'll get to that later. The most important thing for me and my girl Tina was survival. But he's old, wrinkly, and going bald. And there was only one way we saw fit to achieve that. Capping up men. Very successful men.
Okay, and so is Benjamin Franklin. You got mad.
Okay. I like what I see. I'm probably going to watch it a 5th time.
I know that's right.
Okay, so listen, you and I have talked about doing the whole book to film thing like a few years ago. So what made doing it in 2020 the right time?
You know what? It wasn't something that was like planned for 2020. It just so happened that in 2019, late in the year, I saw Jamal Hill, who directed the film. He posted on his Instagram that he wanted to make 4 movies the following year. So I basically just took a chance. I shot my shot. I commented that we should do one together. He asked me what I had in mind. I sent him a copy of Secret Society, and he said, I have to be a part of this. So him just saying he was down to be a part of the project, it gave me the green light to just stop waiting for the right opportunity and just make the opportunity myself. And I made up my mind that I was going to shoot this movie. I was going to write the script, and with or without anybody, it was going to get done. And every door started to open after that.
Listen, when you have a made up mind, like the doors open, like parting the Red Sea. Like once you've determined this is what I'm going to do, no matter what, things just work out. So speaking of things working out, you shot the movie in 15 days during the pandemic. Now, girl, I don't know if you got some fairy dust. Like, I've never heard of a movie being shot in 15 days. 28 days when Nate Parker did Birth of a Nation, but 15? What kind of record are you trying to set? How did you do that?
You know what? I didn't know what to expect. This was my first movie.
Yeah.
I was relying on the vets that were part of my team to kind of guide me and show me the way. And when they said, budget wise, if we want to keep it at this number, we're going to need to keep it 15 days or less. I said, all right, well, then we keeping it 15 days or less.
Right.
Executive producer, you got to make those type of decisions. Online or whatever. But the team itself was just phenomenal. Like everybody showed up to work. We all wore several hats. We did what needed to be done. And we were all professional, dedicated to the finished project. And we made it happen in those 15 days.
Oh my God, girl, 15 days. Wow. Yeah, that's really short. So obviously all hands on deck at that point.
Absolutely.
So I love to do some name dropping. All hands on deck for a film that was shot in 15 days. Who were some of the people that are part of this project?
Well, of course, like I said before, Jamal Hill, who directed it, also a Philly native. Vivica A. Fox was part of the cast. Trey Chaney was part of the cast. Jeremy Meeks, Erica Pinkett, I had Dion Boyce as our first assistant director.
Nice.
Yeah, we were blessed with some really incredible people, and even a lot of the newcomers were just so on point. Raina Love, the main character who plays Celeste, this was her first ever film, and she killed it. Okay, a lot of the makeup, the hair. This was their first time doing a film, you know. So a lot of newcomers and a lot of vets, and we just all put our heads together and we just did what we needed to do.
So I love that you've been a blessing to all of these first timers, like to know that the movie actually is successful for you as a businesswoman, but also for the talent that starred in the film. You know, it's a great first resume. And I thank you because, you know, that's how I was able to start my PR agency. Like your book, Secret Society, being one of the first books that I was able to promote on a national scale. So that's her secret sauce, everybody. She's good at helping everybody launch their first career.
Yeah, like if you believe in the project the way that I believe in the project,
yeah,
we definitely make magic together.
Absolutely. So speaking of magic, after watching the film, there's two things that I loved: location and fashion. So I need to talk about it because I already know what your closet looks like. So who did the wardrobe? Because everybody has been talking about the wardrobe.
Yeah,
everybody.
I did the wardrobe myself. I had you know, assistants on set helping me, but as far as, you know, designing what styles they were going to wear for which scenes, that was on me. Like I wanted to hire someone for that position because I just felt like I would be doing so much, and I really was adamant about the wardrobe just being like its own character. I wanted that to cast as much talk as the movie and the storyline did. So I wanted to hire somebody to take on that role. But again, you know, when you have a budget, you try to put as much money onto the screen. And I felt like it was smarter to just take that money and put it on the screen, and me just to execute, you know, styling these girls. And I'm so glad that it turned out the way it did.
It did, girl.
I used a lot of independent designers. Odds Boutique here in Miami, female-owned boutique. They were super gracious. Who's in that picture you just showed, Milano, she's from Philadelphia. That was the orange set. The white shirt was from the Clothing, another Philadelphia designer. So it was just about, you know, showcasing a lot of female and independent designers. There's so many dope ones out there. So why not give them a shot, especially at a time where I'm trying to really, you know, step it up and give people something different.
Well, listen, you definitely gave us something different. So for people who hadn't even read the book, then they don't know what the secret is. But if you read the book and then to actually see it come to life, you did an amazing job in such a short amount of time. I mean, the movie looks beautiful. And I've seen a lot of independent films. I've been on the set of independent films. Secret Society, Miasha, is beautiful.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
Thank you. I got to give a shout out to our cinematographer, Anthony.
Absolutely.
Because without his eye and, you know, the way that he understood this project and the way that he wanted to portray that, it definitely showed, and I got to give him that credit.
Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations to him. Congratulations to you. I do want you to stick around because I want you and Tiffany to be in conversation. So stick around with us. And next, I'm going to introduce you guys to Tiffany L. Warren. So Tiffany came on the scene in 2005. Tiffany is the author of about 30 books. Amazing. She's a playwright. She is an author. She is a mother, a wife. And her first project was in 2005 when her and her husband started Warren Productions, and they created the play, What a Sister Should Do. That play went on to be seen in Cleveland at the famous Allen Theater. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome my beautiful guest, Tiffany L. Warren. Hey, lady. Oh, your sound, girl. Check this out.
Thanks. Congratulations on Book Banter.
Thank you so much. Thank you so. I think this is so dope. Like, I mean, we've seen each other 1,000 times over the last couple of days, but I'm so glad that you and Miasha are doing this with me. And that you have dope projects. So, like, I had no choice but to bring you guys in. So you are the writer of the novel Favorite Son, and you also had a hand in getting that movie to the screen. So before we talk about it, let's show the trailer of Favorite Son.
Okay.
Hey, Royce, how are you? I'd love to bring you out here for a few months.
God is going to perform some awesome miracles through this ministry.
Camden Wilson, welcome to Atlanta.
It's been a while since I felt connected to music the way that I do with yours.
I gave you a shot. You need it for your music.
You promised me, no matter what, that you would prioritize home first.
Praise the Lord. Both of our sons walking into their destinies.
Okay, praise the Lord. So Tiffany, talk to me about Favorite Son. Like, you have 30 plus books. So how do you narrow it down and say, this is the one that I want to be made into a movie?
Right. So I started talking with BET in the fall of 2019, kind of a little bit like Miasha. That seems like the time when things started cooking. A friend of mine put me, that I had met years ago on the stage play circuit in Dallas, put me in contact with BET, and they basically let me know what slots they needed in their programming. So it wasn't about which book was better or, you know, which was the best one. It was really about what they wanted to put in their programming lineup. And so they ended up narrowing it down to Favorite Son and Chocolate Dreams, which is a rom-com that I wrote. Okay. And at the end of the day, it ended up being Favorite Son. And I'm so happy that this was the first one.
It's good. It's really good. So as an author, I know that you've heard this before, so that's why I'm very interested in your response. So Hollywood tells authors, you guys cannot write the script. No, ma'am, we don't want it. No, thank you. Why? Because your 90,000 novel has everything, and we're not allowing that in a 98-page script. So how did you get to be a script writer as the author of the book? Because everybody says no. That's something that nobody wants. So how did you get past that?
Well, first, let me say, I actually agree with that statement to a certain extent. Screenwriting and writing a novel are like two completely different crafts and two completely different disciplines. And as a writer, you have to learn that craft before you can call yourself a screenwriter. Okay, so I do agree with that because there's a process that's totally different in screenwriting than how you approach a novel. Yeah. But what I will say is I spoke with some experts. I went to the American Black Film Festival in 2019, and I talked to some experts, and they said, hey, if you want to book the film project, you really need to learn how to write a script because that's what holds up many of those projects from happening. So I did luckily get the opportunity to write the first draft of Favorite Son, and then and then BET brought in a great seasoned screenwriter, Patricia Cuffey Jones, to help, you know, punch it up. That's what they that's the term. Punch up the script and really bring forward some characters who, you know, were a little bit more understated in my initial draft and change the order of some things. So, you know, I really enjoyed seeing that process unfold, and it taught me a lot about screenwriting. I had, you know, read some books, I had taken a couple of classes, and seeing that all unfold, it really made me a better screenwriter and better able to execute, you know, any other subsequent book to film projects that I want to do.
Oh my goodness. See, that's wonderful. So this is your new talent. So are you planning on writing any more books, or are you going to just start doing the script writing thing?
Oh, absolutely. Like I've got on my laptop right now about 3 different novels I'm working on. I probably will never stop writing books because I just love that slow burn that you can do with a novel, and you have 90,000 words to let your story unfold.
Absolutely.
But I also, you know, I have caught the screenwriting bug, honey. I have caught the movie bug. So
yes.
You know, I'm going to be doing both for the foreseeable future.
So let me ask you something. So I know that in writing a book, most authors want to be by themselves. They need to go away. They need you to take the kids somewhere. They need the husband to go away. They lock themselves in the bathroom or the closet because I have a deadline to get this done. But now when you're working on doing a movie, you have so many other people that come into play. Who are some of the people that were a part of this team in making this happen?
So I have to just give a shout out to the team at BET, who they are phenomenal. It's the same team responsible for Carl Weber's Family Business series. They are an amazing team. And then I had Swirl Films, who did the production end of it, and they were awesome. They brought on Robin Givens as the director, and he was phenomenal. And just seeing her work I told her it made me a better screenwriter because I was able to see her pull moments out of what was written and just, you know, highlight things that I probably would have never thought to do. And so, you know, I just like screenwriting is a different discipline than writing books. Directing is a whole other, you know, skill set and a whole other gift, and she has it.
Oh, wow. Well, okay, so you got Robin Givens. That's kudos to you on that one. Exactly. This sky's the limit from here. Sky's the limit. So when I talked to Miasha about Secret Society, I told her that location and fashion, I couldn't get enough. So now when it comes to favorite son, praise the Lord.
Yes.
The fellas, Tiffany.
Yes.
Talk about the fellas. All right.
Oh, man.
Who are these handsome brothers? And can I give one of them my number?
Hey, I'm not gonna say I do. A few of them are single, so honey, shoot your shot.
917.
Listen, these gentlemen are amazing. So we've got Rotimi, who played Blaine, and Jonathan McReynolds, who played Camden, the brothers who are at the center of all the drama in the movie, and they were just fantastic. It's Jonathan McReynolds' first film, and he just came on set and he did it like he had done it a million times. So I was really excited to see both of them. Anton Peoples played the other brother in the group So Gifted, and then we had Anthony Evans Jr. Oh my goodness!
Yes, Tiffany.
Compliment to the mix, you know, because it was looking a little bit Team Light Bright. Then they brought Anthony Evans Jr. You know, they had such chemistry, and I think, you know, watching their behind the scenes antics and all the things they were posting on IG while they were filming, it was just amazing. Like, they really got along. It was a fun set. Everybody was friendly and nice, and they totally embraced me when I came on set. I was on set for like the last week because I actually had COVID while they were filming.
Oh my God. What is you ladies trying to shoot during the pandemic? Okay,
listen.
The favor of God. The favor of God.
Yep. So, you know, it was fun. They all were very kind and nice, and it was a great set. Lots of good vibes and good energy.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, I love looking at that picture and putting everything together. I was like, oh, okay. I need to talk to Tiffany. Maybe she might have the hookup on some of this in here. Tiffany, we must talk about the process of going from stage play to book and film. So I want to bring Miasha back in because you guys have this thing in common. You both started out writing books, and then along the way, actually first book, you then turned around and said, let me make it a stage play. And then now here we are years later, turning books to film. Do you think that the experience that you ladies had with stage plays, do you think that helped you in any way for being on the set?
Oh, it absolutely helped me. One thing I would do with my stage plays when I moved to Dallas is I hired a director. You know, it is a good thing for a writer, especially if they don't have that expertise, to be able to turn their project over and then to entrust that work to someone else. So it made me okay with turning that screenplay over to Robin Givens and watching her do her magic. So if I think I may have been a little bit more territorial if I hadn't already experienced that with a stage.
Like, Miss, I'm gonna need you to take a book and go sit down in the corner.
Exactly, and that's what I did. Y'all remember that meme that was going around with Bernie Sanders with the gloves on? That's how I was on set the whole time. I was just sitting there with my little purse in my lap, like, ooh, she the bomb.
Oh my God. So Miasha, you know, I was there. I remember the castings for Secret Society. I remember venue scouting, the promotion, the red carpet. That was a big production in itself. So how would you compare Secret Society stage play with being on set for the film?
To be honest, the play was much harder than making the movie. And so I think having that experience, it kind of built me up for taking it to the next level, which was the screen. Definitely relying on a team, like Tiffany said, is like priority number one. Sometimes we get in, especially as independent people, we get into this thing where we have to kind of do everything ourselves.
Yes.
But relying on a team is the best thing that I could have done in both of those situations. But I would definitely say that doing a play, I feel like if you can do that and you can pull that off, you can definitely do anything, especially shoot a movie.
Oh, wow. I mean, honestly, like writing the book, producing the stage play, and then being on the set, you guys writing and executive producing a film. I'm just here to do PR. Way too much, but I commend you guys on that. So let's talk about advice, because there's no shortage of authors, whatever the genre is, including children's books, that want to see the books that they write make it to the screen. Tiffany, yours is with BET Plus. Miasha, yours is with Amazon Prime. Like, when we talk about the business of book to screen, once you have a good story, because there's no shortages of good story, what is some advice to go from having a great story or a great book, and then what's the next step?
Well, I would say definitely believing in your capability of bringing it to the next step. Because for me personally, I kept relying on other people. I kept thinking that I needed, somebody to fund my project, or somebody to option my book, or somebody to come to me and say, hey, let me turn this into a film. And then when I decided, like I said to you earlier, Dawn, when I made up my mind that I was going to make this movie happen, regardless who was with me, who was without me, and all the doors started opening for me. So that was the biggest lesson that I took from this, is to not rely on other people in that sense. Like, if you believe in this project and you believe in yourself, go for it. Take that first step, take that leap of faith, because then everything else will open up for you, and all the right people will come into place.
Absolutely.
All the right locations, everything will just happen. And that's why, like, I feel like it was definitely God's timing, because for him to shoot this movie in 15 days during COVID, during hurricane season in Miami, and to pull it and for it to come out the way it came out, like literally today is a year of when we went to pre-production.
Wow.
So June 8th, 2020. And now here I am, June 8th, 2021, and the movie is in the top 5 on Amazon Prime. It's been released, edited, all of that, and it's already in the top 5. And as an executive producer, I'm already in the green. That is a leap of faith. Don't doubt yourself, and don't wait on that perfect opportunity. Make that.
I love that. So Tiffany, you know, yours, same thing, like it happened fast, but I also know that when you had an opportunity, you weren't necessarily prepared. So again, giving advice to authors on where they should go and how they should prepare themselves if they believe they have something that's ready to go.
Oh, absolutely. I told Dawn the story of how when I first met a BET executive, and she said, hey, because a friend of mine works for her. She said, do you have a movie for her? I promise you I'll produce it. And I had nothing. I didn't have a log line. I didn't have an idea. I had nothing ready to go. And, you know, of course, I cleaned up the moment, but I was not prepared. Yes. That is my biggest piece of advice, is to find out what the process is. If you want to turn your story or your novel or your book of poems or your memoir into a film or something that's going to be shown visually on the screen, then you need to learn the process. You need to know what you have to do to pitch those projects. And if you want to write them, you need to take a screenwriting class. You can't just sit down and wake up one morning and say, I'm a screenwriter. Like, there's a whole process. And so do your research and understand and respect the craft and just respect the business of it, because it is a business, and it is about who you know, but it's also about what you know and how you've prepared yourself. So I totally, recommend folks to go to film festivals, go to those, art of the business classes, and find out the things that you need to do. And don't just think that somebody's going to open a door for you and you haven't done the work. You got to do the work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's take a look in the chat and see who's in there, what people are saying. I have a couple more questions, but I don't want to hog it from the people. So let's see what's in there. I did see that one of my friends was saying I was shooting my shot with Tiffany with the fellas playing the matchmaker. Marlon, Dawn shooting her shot. Listen, okay, I'm single. Those men look fine. So while we're waiting to see like who's in the chat, what they're saying, I'm getting a lot of congratulations and things of that nature. What's next for you, Miasha? Because where do you go from here? Like this is your first project and everything about it. Like how would you give the report card of the Secret Society film experience? Like what kind of grades are you giving the project?
It's definitely an A+. I was just fortunate to have, like I said, an incredible team, an incredible cast and crew. The film came out very beyond my expectations. And for, like I said, for it to place where it placed and everything that has happened with it, it definitely set the bar high. So I know part 2 is what's next because the fans are demanding it, and they wouldn't let me live if I didn't do a part 2. So even though it wasn't in my initial plans, I plan to just move to another book and make that into a film. I'm going to do part 2 next. And I definitely just see myself here in this industry for a while doing film and TV.
Absolutely. Listen, I see you here for a while as well. And Tiffany, so we'll leave you with the parting words. What's next for you? I know you have some stuff going on that I'm a part of, so share it.
So, one thing I'm doing is adapting my entire catalog to, film. There's no reason why I cannot be ready with a treatment or a screenplay for just about every book that I've written. And so that is my goal for 2021 is to have a pitch package for every single last thing that I've written, because when the door is open, I'm walking through. And the other thing that I'm doing that you're actually a part of, Dawn, is I'm helping other writers figure out how to bring their story to screen. So this month I'm doing a boot camp every Monday evening. And we are learning just what to do. And even if you don't want to be a screenwriter, how you can bring your story to the screen. So I will be doing more of those boot camps over the rest of the year. And it's just, I really want to help people bring their dreams to fruition.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, ladies, as Black women, a lot of things don't often go our way. And I have to say that we really are seeing a season, because I know you guys are seeing it. Like, you both know other authors who have got their books, whether it's the traditional way or they've self-financed independently, whatever it is. I definitely love the fact that Black women are taking storytelling to the screen by any means necessary. So to you, Miasha, and to you, Tiffany, I just want to say congratulations. Make sure you guys drink some champagne. Well, Miasha, I already know you had some champagne already.
Yes.
I know you did. Weeks and months ago, I know you had some champagne already. I know you did. But ladies, yes, I just want to say again, congratulations. Thank you so much for being on the show. For those who have not watched Secret Society on Amazon Prime, you need to watch it tonight. And then after that, you need to go over to BET Plus and watch Favorite Son. Make sure you follow Tiffany and Miasha on Instagram and let them know what you think of the film. Follow me over to Instagram now. At 6:45, my guest is going to be Tressa Azarel Smallwood. And her and I are going to continue the conversation about book to film. So here's the thing. In 2017, Tressa started the production of Secrets, the movie, which was adapted from a book written by Jay Trimble. She now has 10 films under her belt and more in production since 2017. So again, when I talk about Black women doing the damn thing, Tressa is definitely one that comes top of mind. So join us over on Instagram in another 15 minutes at 6:45. And my guest will be Tressa Azarel Smallwood, executive producer and founder of Megamind Media. This is Dawn Michelle Hardy, and this is the debut episode of Book Banter. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.